I defended this house like it was holy ground, barricaded the doors against your terrible moods. I swallowed the insults and the flying glass plates, surviving on rations of your toxic attitudes. Santa Ana had 1,000 men outside the adobe wall, but you destroyed me from the inside of the hall. The mattress is a battlefield of sweat and of blood, where I held the heavy line for 13 miserable days. But you opened up the gates to the enemy troops and set the entire sanctuary ablaze. I gave you my loyalty, I gave you my spine, and you traded me off for a bottle of wine. Oh, the siege is over and the slaughter is done. You put the bayonet right through the heart of the sun. I'm bleeding out slowly on the Texan dirt, a permanent casualty of your meticulous herd. You can't claim the victory, you can't claim the estate, but you're left with a ghost and a mountain of hate. May you sleep in the ruins of the love you betrayed, choking on the memory of the bed that we made. There will be no reinforcements, no cavalry horn, just the silence of a man who wishes he wasn't born. I hope the new lover that you brought to the room enjoys the cold temperature of your personal tomb. Oh, the siege is over and the slaughter is done. You put the bayonet right through the heart of the sun. I'm bleeding out slowly on the Texan dirt, a permanent casualty of your meticulous hurt. dressed up in our finest clothes to sail across the sea. You swore that you would navigate the violent dark with me. I trusted in the luxury, the champagne and the brass, but you were steering blindly toward a monumental glass. The orchestra was playing a romantic little tune underneath the mocking of a frozen yellow moon. You saw the shadow looming, but you didn't turn the wheel. You let the jagged edges rip apart the heavy steel. And when the water rushed into the belly of the ship, you were the first to run and let the lifeboats quietly slip. You took a seat of comfort while I stood upon the deck, a sacrificial victim of your monumental wreck. The water is at freezing, the oxygen is thin. I'm paying the ultimate price for your cowardly sin. You watched me drown from the comfort of the boat, wrapped in the warmth of your expensive winter coat. The iceberg was your heart, hidden deep beneath the wave, a beautiful deception that condemned me to the grave. I hope my screams are echoing forever in your mind, the most pathetic traitor that the devil ever The flares are dying out in the terrifying black. The ocean is a mirror that is never giving back. I'm sinking in the freezing depths of everything we were, erased by a coward and a momentary blur. You watched me drown from the comfort of the boat, wrapped in the warmth of your expensive winter coat. The iceberg was your heart, hidden deep beneath the wave, a beautiful deception that condemned me to the grave. I launched out of the atmosphere in 1969. Untethered from the gravity, the universe was mine. You were the bright command module, the center of the fleet, operating perfectly above the worldly street. I looked out of the window at the marble of the blue and realized my entire cosmos centralized on you. The silence of the vacuum is a terrifying grace, suspended in the majesty of unforgiving space. But orbits always suffer from a microscopic drag, a tiny little pulling that eventually will snag. The radio went static when we passed the darker side, the moment that the communication permanently died. Houston is requesting a status on the flight, but I am drifting helplessly into the heavy night. We are burning in the atmosphere on terrible re-entry, falling through the stratosphere without a single sentry. The heat shield is dissolving under devastating friction, a fatal crashing ending to a beautiful addiction. I cannot pull the parachute, the altitude is low, just bracing for the impact of the only love I know. We touched the very heavens, we walked upon the dust. Now we're a broken capsule, returning to the rust. They recovered the wreckage in the middle of the Pacific. Everything was scorched. The telemetry data said it was a critical failure of the life support systems. But I know the truth. You just unlatched the door. We are burning in the atmosphere on terrible re-entry, falling through the stratosphere without a single sentry. The heat shield is dissolving under devastating friction, a fatal crashing ending to a beautiful addiction. I cannot pull the parachute, the altitude is low, just bracing for the impact of the packed your bags while I was bleeding on the carpet, taking the silver and the good bottle of rye. I woke up in a wasteland of radioactive silence, with the taste of copper hanging in the yellow sky. You didn't just leave, you detonated the reactor. Now my blood is glowing in the absolute dark. I'm wandering the empty streets of Pripyat, looking for the ghost of a miserable spark. They say the wolves move back into the exclusion zone. I guess they found a home inside my hollowed out chest. You're probably in Paris or drinking in Manhattan, pretending that you never put a bullet in my vest. The soil here is poison for 10,000 years, and you did it with a whisper and a crocodile tear. I tried to wash the sheets, but the radiation sticks, a permanent reminder of your complicated tricks. You built a sarcophagus over what we used to be, but the core is still melted. You left me rotting in the nuclear rain. Now choke on the ashes of my beautiful pain. I saw a picture of you smiling by the Seine. You look so clean, so untainted, but I know the sickness is in your marrow too. You carry the fallout in your teeth. You left me rotting in the nuclear rain. Now choke on the ashes of my beautiful pain. Choke on it. The senators are whispering behind the marble columns, plotting with their daggers in the shadow of the state. I bought their little secrets for a handful of silver, and now I hold the heavy, rusted keys to their fate. You think you run the market from a tower in New York? I own the dirty water where you eventually drown. I didn't come to negotiate, of the treaty. I came to burn the whole republic to the ground. The die is cast. The river runs red. Shame. I starved the opposition in the middle of the winter and let the desperate peasants put the blame on your name. The crown is just a target for the miserable weak. I prefer to pull the strings behind the velvet curtain, making sure the misery is absolute and certain. The die is cast. The river runs red. Of your permanent grief, I bought up the courts and I purchased the law, the most ruthless machine that the devil ever saw. The die is cast. The river runs red. I will not stop until the emperor is dead. Concrete across the canyon wall, just to prove to nature that I wouldn't ever fall. I blocked the mighty river, stopped the water in its track, and put a heavy saddle on Mississippi's back. They said it was impossible, an arrogant design. Now the electricity is absolutely mine. I control the current, I control the very light. I decide what city gets to conquer the dark night. I press a little button destruction just a millimeter away. I am the keeper of the dam, the master of the flood. I turn the wild river into obedient mud. The turbines are spinning with the power of a god, crushing all the weaklings beneath the iron rod. I hold the lives of millions in the palm of my own hand, the undisputed ruler of this desiccated land. So starting quietly along the bottom base, a tiny little symptom of the pressure in this place. But I will let it shatter before I give up the control. I'd rather drown the valley than surrender up my soul. I started with a rusty blade and nothing in my shoe, walking through the poverty where nothing ever grew. The federalists beat me and they left me in the mud, but they didn't know I had the heavy poison in my blood. I built a little army out of orphans and of ghosts, and became the terrifying, unforgiving host. Now the mayor kisses my ring before he takes his seat. The bodies of my enemies are hanging in the street. I traffic in the powder that makes the gringos feel alive, a parasitic master of a terrifying hive. You call me a monster from your comfortable chair while you snort my little product in the bathroom of the fair. I am the king of the dirt and the blood. I brought the fire, I brought the flood. The cartel crown is made of human bone, a self-made devil on a silver throne. I don't ask for mercy and I never give it out. I rule the territory with the bullet and the doubt. Plomo, blah, die, it's the only law I need. An empire of violence built upon upon a little sea. Circling like vultures in the sky, offering rewards for the day I finally die. But I have tunnels dug beneath the border of the state, and 100 loyal sicarios waiting at the gate. I will not die in prison, I will not die in bed. I'll die upon a mountain of the legendary dead. I am the king of the dirt and the blood. I brought the fire, I brought the flood. The cartel crown is made of human bone, a self-made devil on a silver throne. I don't ask for mercy and I never give it out. I rule the territory with the bullet and the doubt. No more plata, it's the only law I need. An empire of violence built upon a little sea. We built a beautiful villa on the side of the mount, ignoring the tremors that nobody could count. You were my goddess carved out of flawless white stone. I worshipped at an altar that was built for you alone. But the mountain was angry and the mountain was fake, a volatile monster that decided to wake. You didn't just leave me, you erupted in fire, consuming the house with a murderous ire. You burned all my letters, you poisoned the air, and covered the city in a blanket of despair. I watched you rain down as the burning hot pumice, a terrifying breach of every single promise. You choked out the life of the innocent town and smiled as the heavy black ash settled down. I am frozen in time in a posture of pain, a plaster cast victim of your cruel domain.
till the sickness made me absolutely weak. When I couldn't lift a finger and I could barely speak. You didn't bring the medicine, you didn't bring the tea. You brought a heavy ledger and you laid it on my knee. You picked the bones completely clean before I even passed, ensuring that the misery would permanently last. You took the family silver, you took the antique clock, you broke the heavy iron of the rusted safety lock. You circled like a buzzard in the ceiling of the room, preparing for the profit of a solitary tomb. I gave you every ounce of blood I had inside the vein, and you sold it to the devil for a temporary gain. You took the vulture's share and left me out to dry. But I survived the fever and I staggered from the bed, a terrifying ghost returning from the walking dead. The house is entirely empty, completely stripped to bone, but I am growing stronger in the quiet and alone. I'm sharpening the razor on the leather of my belt, preparing to return the bitter suffering I felt. You thought I was a carcass, you thought I was a meal. Now you're going to learn exactly how the vengeance feels. I'm tracking down your footsteps in the heavy southern mud. I'm coming to reclaim my stolen property in blood. The vulture becomes the prey. I am the czar of all the Russias, anointed by the Lord. I rule the frozen tundra with an iron-handled sword. You peasants think a revolution changes who is king. The bloodline is forever a divine and holy thing. We're sitting in this cellar in the middle of the night, waiting for the loyalist to rescue us in flight.
liquor and of sweat, a miserable gathering of poverty and debt. They asked us for a photograph, a final little pose before the heavy metal door completely swings and closes. I hold my chin up high because the Roman knobs don't bend, even in the presence of a terrifying end. The rifles are all lifted in the dim and yellow light, the absolute conclusion of the heavy winter night. You can put 1,000 bullets in the center of my chest, but I will be the emperor eternally at rest. You are nothing but a rabble in a temporary mob, pretending you can do a holy sacramental job. The crown is in my marrow, it is branded on my soul. You cannot execute the man in absolute control. The history will hang you in the shadow of my name, a peasant's pathetic effort in a losing bloody The smoke is incredibly thick. I can taste the gunpowder, but I am still the Tsar. Even in the dirt, even in the blood, I am the Tsar. I watched you pack your sweaters in the pale November light, the quietest departure in the middle of the fight. We didn't throw the porcelain, we didn't scream or curse. We just let the silence settle in and quietly disperse. You are standing in the hallway, looking beautifully detached, like a priceless oil painting that was never really matched. I am drinking bitter coffee from a cracked and heavy mug, watching all the history seep right into the rug. Our love was built like Venice on the foundation of wood, a marvel of the water where the ancient palazzo stood. We danced in the piazzas and we drank the summer wine, ignoring all the heavy water The sea is always hungry, and the architecture sinks a millimeter every time the sad observer blinks. The Grand Canals are flooding, and the basilicas are drowned. A slow and beautiful decay without a single sound. The gondolas are rotting, tied up to the wooden pole. The dampness is invading every corner of the soul. We are sinking in the Adriatic Sea of our regret, the most devastating tragedy that hasn't happened yet. The water takes the marble, and the water takes the art, and slowly paralyzes the mechanics of the heart. You're stepping on the drain to leave the flooded, broken square, and I'm going underwater, gasping for the air. I visited the cafe where we sat in 29. The waiter didn't recognize my face. The tide had washed away the chalk menu on the board. You can't salvage a city when the ocean decides it wants it back. We are sinking in the Adriatic Sea of our regret, the most devastating tragedy that hasn't happened yet. The water takes the marble, and the water takes the art, and slowly paralyzes the mechanics of the heart. Gasping for the air, going underwater.
I passed the neon motel sign outside of Albuquerque. The letter R was flickering, the atmosphere was murky. We stayed there in the summer when the engine overheated, laughing on the mattress, feeling totally undefeated. Now the passenger seat is empty, just a map and coffee stains. A solitary pilgrim driving through the dusty plains. I'm tracing the geography of everything we lost, calculating mileage and the devastating cost. The diner and bar store, where you looked me in the eye and said you couldn't promise me you'd never say goodbye. The waitress poured the black decaf, I tipped her with a 5, pretending that the romance was still physically alive. The ghosts are Route 66, all riding in the back, a choir of the memories upon a broken track. The desert is a mirror of a desiccated chest, heading for the ocean in the miserable west. The Dust Bowl of the 30s took the topsoil from the land and left the farmers holding absolutely nothing but the sand. That is exactly what you did to the topography of me. You stripped away the fertile ground and left the barren tree. I'm driving through the Badlands with the windows rolled right down, escaping from the wreckage of another broken town. The Pacific Ocean finally appears upon the right, a dark and heavy blanket in the falling of the night. The road has hit the water, there is nowhere left to drive. I shut the heavy engine off, surprisingly alive. But surviving isn't living when you're hollow to the bone, just a tourist in a body completely on your own. So Route 66, all riding in the back, a choir of the memories upon the broken track. The desert is a mirror of a desiccated chest, heading for the ocean in the miserable west. Nowhere left to drive, just the ocean. The iron roof of Garden Noir is leaking in the gray, a fitting architecture for a miserable day. You're wearing that expensive coat you bought in Saint Germain, shielding your mascara from the unforgiving rain. The platform is crowded with the people going home, while I am stranded here beneath the heavy glass dome.
The ticket to Geneva is completely in your hand, escaping to the safety of a neutral, quiet land. We shared a final cigarette beside the waiting train, an awkward conversation that was paralyzed by pain. You told me that you loved me, but the timing was incorrect. A devastating statement that I couldn't resurrect. The conductor blows the whistle. The doors begin to slide, sealing up the distance that is growing fast and wide. The wheels begin to grind upon the heavy iron rail, the ending of a beautiful and complicated tale. With your face behind the glass, a blurry watercolor as the seconds quickly pass. I do not run beside the train, I do not wave my hand. I let you slip away into the misty borderland. The hardest part of loving is the opening of the cage and watching you depart upon the center of the stage. The station empties out into a solitary chill. The city of the lights has become incredibly still. I walk out to the street and flag a taxi in the wet to take me to a parlor where I'll try to just forget. But Paris is a museum of the things we used to do, and every single boulevard is pointing back to you. The wheels begin to grind upon the heavy iron rail, the ending of a beautiful and complicated tale. I watch the window passing with your face behind the glass, a blurry watercolor as the seconds quickly pass. I do not run beside the train, I do not wave my hand. I let you slip away into the misty borderland. The hardest part of loving is the opening of the cage and watching you depart upon the center of the stage. Opening the cage, the blurry glass. Boom, boom.